Well, it's been just about 2 weeks since I made a video, and I really apologize. But basically, I got a brand new look, but the same great taste. If you want to see what I picked up last week and this week for the new comic book day, stick around. Oh, welcome back, family. I really apologize for the hiatus. Last week, my comic book store got the shipment really, really late, and I only got a partial, and I had all my shelves and everything taken apart from the show that I did at the Calhoun Toy and Comic Expo, which actually went really well. Ran into one of my subscribers. I am not going to mention his name because he might not want his name mentioned. I don't know. If you know who you are because you bought my Fantastic Four number 50, and actually I kind of miss it. But if you would like to identify yourself, then by all means go right ahead. But I'm not going to step on somebody else's anonymity. But anyway, so I tried a different setup here where I can get a little bit more books in here with angles, and this way it tries to cut down on the glare, which I've been fighting with forever. And I figured let's go through the books that I picked up last week and the massive stack that wound up coming and hit me this week. So, like I said, last week, this was what was at my shop, and I picked up one other book. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so you guys can see it. Let me pause. Okay, sorry, I had to stop. The pause button, for some reason, also blacks out the screen, so I can't see it. Dumb. So anyway, I did pick up, let's see, I got the Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters. I have to get used to all new angles. The Masters of the Universe Revelations. Now, just to be fair to me, that those are both books for the spouse. She wanted the series for the Masters of the Universe, and she loves Boba Fett / Ghost Rider, so I pick up what I can when I can. I got the cover A of the Gun Honey last week. Like I said, I really got used to this. I better get used to it soon because tomorrow, today's Thursday. Saturday, I actually have a CGC submission coming back, and I will be discussing that submission returning and other CBCS and CGC issues, problems, good things, bad things, and everything else in my next video. So make sure you stick around for that one. Picked up Dark Ages #1 second printing. That's a really good story, by the way. Cover A and cover B of refrigerators. Refrigerator full of heads. I almost said refrigerators full of... Yeah, I was right. Oh my god, I can't even speak today. I'm sorry. I just spent the last 3 hours setting this up and trying different lighting and everything else. I'm like, gotta get a video out. I'm working buku overtime, man. It's killing me. But since I only picked that, and Syndicate had a couple of nice books on the shelf, which I wanted one. I'm sorry, I did. So he had 2 copies, and I picked up one of limited to 250, Nice House on the Lake, #1. Signed by Tinian, and this is number 230 out of 250, so only 250. I'm like, first off, Nice House on the Lake, #1, first print, is already a very good book to have, but to have a nice certified and sealed copy. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to work on that lighting, obviously. It doesn't do well when I do it this way, so I will continue working on my lighting. I promise you guys. I promise. So that's what I got last week. And then when I got there this week, yesterday, at lunchtime, I found out that I got hit hard with this massive stack, which was what was left of last week, and the big stack that I forgot that I actually pre-ordered for this. The only book that I picked up 3 books total that were not already on my pick list. One is a Halloween special of Hellcop with the 3D glasses, and it's in a poly bag. And it's been so long since I've actually had a 3D comic book. I saw it, just for coolness, I want it. I got the Virgin variant of Gun Honey. Nice picture there. And the other book that I picked that was not on my pick list, I'll show it. It's going to be the last book I show. It was a nice book. New book, but still. 2 copies of War of the Bounty Hunters IG-88, different covers. Primordial number 2, I believe this was, right? Yep, Primordial number 2. War of the Bounty Hunters, Darth Vader. Number 17. This one I've heard a lot of people talking about. I didn't crack it open yet to read it, but I'm really excited because the writer is really known for a lot of great things. And Nita Hawes. Hawes, yeah. And she's now in a comic book. This is Image? Yes, Image. Sorry, it is Nita Hawes' Nightmare Blog. I got both covers on this. And the artwork on both of them is really, really cool, too. I'm partial to this cover, by the way. This one is very good, but it's muddled, and you have to kind of pick it apart to see it. Once you actually take the time to look at all the little details in the cover, it really grows on you. But initial impression, I'm going for that. Stormbreakers. This was actually on my pull list. I think that's number 1. Remember the days when the number of the comic was always on it? And you have to worry about 2nd, 12th, 19th printing. The Death of Doctor Strange, number 2. Masters of the Universe, Revelation. I think this was the last... No, number 4. I think there's 5 in the series on that. Different cover. This is a 2nd printing. Where are your glasses, Rich? It's another Gun Honey. There we go. Star Wars, Darth Vader, and it's got Maul and Savage Opress. I hate it when I watch different people's blogs or videos or whatever, and they refer to him as Savage Opress. I'm like, no, it's Savage Opress. Even if you just watch one episode that had him, nobody ever referred to him as Savage. It's Savage. He's French, apparently. Oui, oui. And the rest of these are all, to nobody's surprise, House of Slaughter. So, I am going to be working on a pre-screen of 25 books going to CGC. So, as a result, I picked up 3 copies of the regular cover A. So I can go through and see the best ones, or maybe all of them. 3 copies of the regular cover B. 1 copy, that's just 1 copy of the blank, because, and guys, you should grab this. Even if you don't intend on selling them in, you know that when CGC has a signing event, let's just say they had a signing event for Tinian, well, anybody on this, but just Tinian in general, the blank ones shoot up in price, because everybody's got to get this and get it quick so they can send it in. So you always want to have one of these on hand, even if it's just for yourself to send in for the signing event. I got 3 copies of the foil cover A. I do really like this cover. And I got the 1 in 200. It's the foil version. They did have the 1 in 500, but I didn't want to break the bank on that one. They were, I mean, he's asking extremely fair prices. On the 1 in 500, I even looked up eBay, and looked at sold prices, and his asking price in the store was lower than any already sold on eBay price, except for one, which was in Canada. But then when you factor in the $35 shipping that you had to pay, he was, the $6 that he was asking more than that one particular guy was blown away. So yeah, again, kudos again to Syndicate Comics. He always does right by people. John, love you. Okay, so I want to touch base one quick thing is I had to watch the recent video that just came up from Two Brothers, because I didn't get a chance to watch it before doing this, but the title of it was CBCS Raising Prices. And no. Their backlog is just getting completely out of control. They've upped their turnaround time on the modern submission to 22 weeks. Meanwhile, my oldest modern submission, no pressing, no special labels, no nothing, just grade these books, was received in 26 weeks ago. Received in, not delivered. It was delivered 5 weeks before that. It was received in by them 26 weeks ago, and it still hasn't even made it to grading yet. They billed me for it already. They billed me for it back in May. My July submission is received and waiting. By then my August submission is received and waiting, and my Stanley book is now lost. I'm trying to climb up the ladder through the corporate to get some kind of resolution. Meanwhile, CGC, who started this whole turnaround time nightmare, are at blazing speed right now. Now I couldn't understand. I sent in a submission not that long ago, if you watch my channel. They received it in on October 22nd. It was graded and encapsulated October 25th. 3 days. I didn't pay for a fast pass. This is just regular modern. Regular speed modern. What John was telling me, and again, I don't know, take everything with a grain of salt. I don't work for CGC. I haven't called them to ask them. I haven't looked with the binoculars through their windows. But everybody that's in that massive wait, that's 3, 4, 5 months, they've segregated it. And they've assigned a separate crew to slowly work their way through that nightmare. But everything that's arriving now is going straight through this new process that they have. And books are getting turned from the day they receive them, without fast pass, without anything else, to the time they leave the door. 3 days, 4 days. You're actually looking at not just before turnaround time problems, but the fastest turnaround times I have ever seen from CGC. So the books, if you've been holding on to books saying, I want to wait until the things have calmed down at CGC, they've calmed down at CGC. And as they get rid of this massive backlog in the other building, they're going to free up more resources. And the idea of a walkthrough or a fast pass or anything is going to be moot, because everything is going to be quick turnaround. Kudos to them. God help anybody that's going through CBCS right now, and I could not foresee this. Look, I sent 4 of my own submissions, including my only Stan Lee signed book. And now I'm going to have to fight with all of that. But in the meantime, let's start getting those CGC submissions rolling again. And don't forget, if you're not a member, if you're not subscribed to CGC, you have to have a membership there. I recommend, seriously, to get the $149 subscription. Because with that, you get a kit to mail stuff in. It's mailed to you, it's included. And you get a $150 credit to be applied towards grading, not shipping, not pressing, no signings or anything, just the grading. So your first $150 in grading is free. So basically you get your money back automatically from doing that, and you get other perks as well, like the shipping kit. It's a small one, but it's still good. And then the following year when it renews for $120 basically. I think it's $20 less or $30 less. It's less. But you get another $150 credit, so now you're ahead of the game. The $300 membership, I did the math on that, only is a benefit if you are going to submit, and I think it's 147 books over the course of 1 year. I don't, so I don't do that. The average person, that $149.99, that's the way to go. So I hope that I helped you guys out with some information, and I hope that you guys stayed subscribed to me. It looks like it does, but the numbers, I might have dropped 1 or 2, but for the lack of videos, I apologize again. Still pushing now. We're making our way to the 750. I'm going to put that in an easier place, and then we'll be giving away the ASM 210, first appearance of Madam Web at a 9.2 white page CGC, which I'm proud to say again. So, there we go. And then that's about it for this one. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks again for joining. Stick around for the next video. Peace. I'm out.